Afternoon, YouTube's Upside DIY on a Friday, March 2019. I got a blue piece of plastic down there. I'm gonna make another TV light similar to the other one that I showed you guys. But this one's a little more expensive. I actually had to get a red roll and just only 2 feet. By the way, how they by this length is probably 2 feet. But I got a yellow um film. It's pretty much as thick as a 2 liter bottle, maybe a little bit thinner than a 2 liter bottle. But it basically is going to be a filter that's going to be in between two pieces of plastic. This white piece is pretty much too thick and sturdy. It's a little less than 1/8 of an inch, but you know, instead of using a stranger or a different piece of plastic, I got this film because when I assemble it, I'm going to be pretty positive that it's going to be able to be put back together in decent shape and not really bind or and I might have to even use a little bit of silicone somewhere. I'm just not sure, or maybe I don't. But I would like to make it as durable as possible, but I never can tell. And with this light, it's pretty much made out of a TV. But this video's, I'm gonna do another review on that, and with the made out of a TV that had a cracked screen, and then I'm just recycling it. And so far I put probably $20 into this, and it should work. Like I said, I've got a blue piece, a yellow piece, and a red piece. And let's go and see the other acrylic I picked up. So I took 2 trips, three altogether, but 2 in the last couple of days. And I got a bunch of scrap pieces. I'm going to use these as baffles, or just even some type of small breeder box or something. I can make a little breeder box. It just depends how well I could glue this stuff together. Some of it's, most of these are 1/8 inch. I technically didn't want to get these, but because I was thinking it was a clear color, but it turns out they're not that clear. But with a light source behind it, they do it's 1/8 inch, so it's not gonna. So I got a couple red ones too right there. So the blue and the red ones, okay. Acrylic is stronger than glass and things. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting if I get anything nice built out of that. So I also got a bunch of the clear stuff. So all these, besides the stuff, the film I showed you, this is all scrap or just spare for other project builds that I'm not sure of. But I'm gonna separate these from the 1/8 inch and the 1/4 inch. So this is pretty awesome. So like right here's 1/4 inch reds right there, 2 red ones, and these are pretty much clear. They basically will allow a lot more light through and have a better effect. And these are all scrap pieces, so like they sell them for like $1.75 a pound. I don't know exactly, but it's better than like $8.90 a square foot. So basically, by getting a scrap piece, let's say this is a scrap piece, luckily they have a scrap bin available. I would have just been like reusing these and as much money as I can make, but man, I got lucky. And it's pretty much like, I spent like $7 on scrap pieces, and I got something like this. But the glue wasn't included. But the glue, it was really awesome that it worked out. And basically, Got a blue, a red. This clear one could have been yellow. If I go back and I see some yellow, I'm gonna get some yellow. I have enough red and blue. You know, maybe in a month or two, just depends. But if I see some yellow, I'm gonna get that. So basically, I made a light out of this TV with only like $7 in scrap pieces. But if I were to get this cut, they would have charged me maybe $15-20 for each, for not each, but you know, it does pretty much cost a lot more. But you know, they got scrap piece, so I really can't explain the happiness I'm in right now, because I've been trying to get some good DIY projects onto my YouTube. So what I mean by kind of like light filtering is, kind of found this back in a year or two ago. This, you know, if I had a decent light fixture and maybe even a piece of wood painted white or something, and have some light bulbs in there, you know, here's a cup, a blue cup. These work out pretty good for just giving more light rather than just a lot of shade and stuff like that. Animals and plants pretty much enjoy having I don't know what they really do with all this light and stuff. And I'm into LED stuff. I got, you know, those things were pretty expensive. They're like $20, and you know, $20 for 3. But sometimes, you know, this one place has them for like 99 cents each or something. But they're not the exact same kind, but they're supposedly LED. But yeah, if I got those bulbs, I could probably try to build something with this. And you know, and here's the light socket. So this blue cup in here kind of works. I made a little breather hole so it doesn't, you know, get too much pressure and things like that. I've even like painted these bulbs too. I got red and blue paint and painted those, so you could try that. Or so that's pretty much a lot of my plastic stuff. So here's some more acrylic, a 1/4 inch. This piece right here is actually large enough for two 10-gallons. I might be able to cut this and try it out once I get everything set up to start cutting. So like I said, the acrylic there, they even have 1/2 inch pieces that aren't as big as this one. But you know, this one right here would have cost me $30 or $40. I'm going to show you why this would have cost me $30 or $40. I got this out of a garbage can or something. But they do have some small pieces that are pretty thick, so you could try to look for those and use them as viewing panels. So I might try to go and figure that one out next time I got like $20. I might get more really thick stuff for a viewing panel. So right here I've got, you know, some more of the blue plastic. I got most of these pieces marked. I got you know, 2 aquariums, one there, and then a third one right there. But this blue plastic is coming in handy for really thin stuff. I could even, you know, try to use like a resin and embed that. You know, I could have embedded some blue plastic right there with some clear glue, and it might have worked out just as effective as getting and I found like 2 pieces of red one before, but I wasn't doing this at that time. So basically I got most of the red pieces. Well, I got all the pieces that are going to go for these covers right here. I'm just going to add a couple more. I was thinking, you know, just cut out a little door and, you know, but this thing's warping or something like that. It needs to be at least a 1/4 inch. These are 1/8 of an inch glued together, and it's giving this aquarium like good sturdiness, like going kind of widthwise, but it's still bowing towards the thinner, the ones that I haven't. So I basically measured these pieces. Here's like I just laid it onto one of the sides or seams, and basically just marked once, and then I kind of went on the other side, marked the other one, and then drew a straight line. And I even had to, for this piece, I had to mark the width. So this is transparent red, and once it gets cut, it should be able to fit. Oh, and then I gotta actually cut out this little hole through here. So that's gonna be a little bit more work. The thing is, with these little gaps and holes, I'm gonna have to take off the cover, and they're, you know, just lift it up, trace it out, and then probably make the cut or the dimension as I want. Clean up as much as I can. You know, and before applying the glue, use hopefully some alcohol. I think I used a little bit of alcohol. The thing is, this one also has another hole, and sometimes it's going to be a different cut than just straight across. So I gotta really take off these covers and basically trace the piece or the opening. This piece I didn't actually buy today. I actually had it, and it was basically a good width. It kind of matched this, but the lengthwise, and a lot of these cuts might be a little too tight. So I might, you know, after the first cut, I gotta dry fit it and make sure it kind of feels good, and then you know, I could just trim off little by little, and then trace the opening. And this is going to be a red transparent. So that's red transparent. And, you know, once it's glued up, and it should be stiff enough. I could have used a 1/4 inch, but I don't think that was the real problem. It was just the 1/8 inch was originally too skinny for and then I just basically, you know, learned from the first time I tried to fix it with these braces, these 3 braces in each one. And these braces come in handy too, because it's going to let in clear light, and then, you know, the light spectrum in there is going to be really, you know, fresh and things like that. So basically, I've got, you know, certain, you know, ideas to probably just you know, get these covers done, and then I want to make a pond more of a plywood situation. I don't know. You know, I got these. I've had these tanks and this and that. I've been trying to fix them up and get them. You know, and then right here I got another red piece, which is right there, and that's pretty marked up to be shaved. I actually got that piece today. I got both of these pieces today, and they cost around, man, it was pretty expensive. It was probably like $50, $50. You know, and this one red piece was just actually like $7 or $8 just for one piece. So if you could think, you know, just one of those pieces was $8, and then they got stuff in the scrap bin. They're probably, you know, and you know, I had to, you know, just really be calm and cool, and so, and also they when I was there today, it's just it was the wrong color type, or you know, they had to make this cut so I could, you know, pay for everything and then go on about it. But yeah, just this one piece was $7 or $8. You know, and there's some scrap pieces that were just like this. That's how I got these 2 pieces right here. These were scrap pieces, and you know, I got 2 of those for less than, you know, $3, $4. So Yeah, man, I got a really good deal. So right now it's like this is the blue one, so I got to cut a big blue piece here, and then with the remaining material, I'm gonna cut the rest of these, and those are the blue ones. So thanks for watching YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time. Victor at Upside DIY. Goodbye.